Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Matt's Movie News. Got three more topics for you today. A lot of sequels going around, so let's get right into it. First topic I got for you is the movie Pixels. Trailer just dropped a couple of days ago. This is an Adam Sandler film, and the premise, uh, it's coming out later this year. The premise is that back in the 80s, I think it was, there or in the age of 2D arcade games like Donkey Kong and Pac-Man and Galaga and Pong, all those really great classic old games. In that time period, America, presumably America, someplace from Earth, sent a time capsule into space to seek out alien life, and they included in there examples of life on Earth, including the very popular video games for the time, like Donkey Kong and Pac-Man. So, in modern day, apparently the aliens took it the wrong way and saw these as a declaration of war and thought it'd be really witty, I guess. I don't know how the aliens think, to send back those same video games we sent to them, but now they're like full size and like have artificial intelligence and can like destroy stuff. Right out of the bat, you see Pac-Man just like moving along, chomping like a bus, and like the birds from Duck Hunt just like coming down and like wrecking the city, and Pong is just they're back and forth ponging the Taj Mahal until it breaks apart. A lot of chaos, and this is an Adam Sandler comedy. So I'm getting a sort of vibe like Shaun of the Dead or The World's End, where it's sort of like, world's ending crazy drama, but it's all in good fun. And I saw the trailer, and I gotta say I'm not that excited about it because the premise sounds goofy and fun, like Shaun of the Dead or The World's End does. Adam Sandler, he hits and misses. Either the movie's really good or it's just really not. And we'll see about this one. It's also got a couple other people, I forget their names, but Peter Dinklage, I always get excited for him. But I only saw one or two shots of him in the trailer, so he might not even be a big part. But the main problem I saw with the trailer, and the thing that makes me go, really, is the pixel alien monsters like Donkey Kong and Pac-Man. Like, okay, the shot where Pac-Man is like eating the bus, and the people are jumping out. Instead of it actually crunching and you seeing the metal like twist and like explosions happens like you want to see in a movie like this, every time one of these pixel monsters touches something, whether they're breaking it or just like in close proximity to it, it turns into these energy pixels that they're made up of themselves, or that Pac-Man, so like Pac-Man, when he's made up of these glowing energy cubes, and when he bites something, it turns into glowing energy cubes and then breaks apart and explodes, which doesn't look fun. And it's weird, honestly. I would much rather see a Pac-Man just like eating a building, like, and just rubble flying everywhere, than it turning into light pixels and then, because that's what you see in video games anyway, and it kind of defeats the purpose. It might be really fun, but the trailer didn't excite me very much, so I thought I'd just give my 2 cents on what I thought about the trailer. Okay, next we got 2 sequels coming out. They've recently been announced. I think coming in the next year or the year after, 2016 or 17. First off, Ninja Turtles 2. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. I liked the first Ninja Turtles. I didn't love it. Didn't think it was great by any means. But I had fun. And as someone who didn't grow up loving the original Ninja Turtles either and sort of saw them more recently, I thought it was about as good as a lot of the Ninja Turtle stuff that's come before. I'm not talking about the TV shows. I didn't get to watch the TV shows. But I'm talking about the movies. As far as one part being really good and one part being really ridiculous and silly. I think that's just sort of who the Ninja Turtles are. I thought Ninja Turtles 1 was good, and like Megan Fox, she was doing her best, so she was okay, and the rest of the supporting cast was doing fine. The Turtles were actually really great. I loved the Turtles. It was exactly who I remembered them being, um, with just a different look, and they were really fun. So Ninja Turtles 2, I'm excited for. As far as I can tell, it's a new director, though I don't remember what he's done. Megan Fox is coming back, and yeah, Megan Fox is coming back, and there's no word yet on the premise, but they have just greenlit that there will be Ninja Turtles 2. I'm excited, because if it's at least as good as the last one, hopefully better, but at least as good as the last one, then we'll have another at least good movie. But if they can just take that, I think that what they got really well about the first one was the Turtles, how good the Turtles and Splinter were. If they can take that and build on it, then it'll be awesome. And it's something I would want to see, because I love the Turtles, and I don't want to see them fizzle out. I want to see them keep rolling, as long as they can stay at least good. They don't have to be great, but at least good. Lastly, we have Frozen 2. Now, I have very mixed feelings about this. Frozen 2 has been officially announced, and it is on its way. There's no word yet about what the story is going to be. I have my own theories, like maybe Anna secretly has fire powers or whatever, but we'll see how that goes. But I have mixed feelings about this. On one hand, I'm very excited. I liked Frozen. I didn't love it as much as other people have, and I'm getting a little bit sick of the hype. But if I ignore that, then Frozen was a good movie. I like the music, I like the story, I like the characters. So I'm excited to see another one. I'm excited to see the story continue. But what I'm not happy about is that it took them this long to do a sequel. Not specifically of Frozen, but for those of you who don't know, Disney has made a lot of sequels to their movies, like Little Mermaid 2 and 3, Lion King 2 and 1.5, The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, 101 Dalmatians 2, 102 Dalmatians, 101 Dalmatians live action, 101 Dalmatians 2 live action. It goes on. Now, a lot of those you maybe never heard of, because Disney, not Pixar. Pixar's different. I mean, it's still owned by Disney, but Pixar's a studio and Disney is a studio, all owned by the same company. Disney, the studio, has never made a sequel themselves. Aladdin 2 and 3, Lion King 2 and 1.5, always are given, as far as I know. I mean, I think that's all of them. They're always passed on in the sequels to their television studio, which is why they're usually straight to DVD releases or made for TV movies and have never been released in theaters. And that is why they're usually of a lower quality, at least in animation. Like, I liked Lion King 2 and a couple others, but mostly they're just kind of bad or weak. Like, you can tell the studio, didn't do it themselves. They handed it off to somebody else who didn't have the resources or the budget to make it as good as the first one. So after all this time, all these great movies like Lion King, Tangled, Wreck-It Ralph, Little Mermaid, they're finally doing a legitimate sequel themselves. And I'm happy, but I'm sad that it took this long. And I don't know if this will maybe be a trend for Disney, because Frozen, for those of you who don't know, is like the fifth highest grossing film of all time at this point. Definitely and has made the most money of any animated film ever. So I hope one of Disney's movies doesn't have to reach like $1 billion or more to get an actual sequel that doesn't just get shipped off to straight to DVD release land. But that being said, I'm excited and I'm hopeful, and hopefully this is a new change in Disney. Hopefully their sequels, they'll put a little bit more love into them from now on. Okay, well that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for joining me. Bye.